1865, June 19th, 2.5 years after January 1st, 1863. The Emancipation Proclamation had already been signed by President Lincoln, freeing all slaves that were in any territory that was at war or in rebellion against the Union of the United States of America. Why do we celebrate Juneteenth? Because our ancestors were held in bondage for almost 2 years after they were already freed on paper. History often is not about what is said or what is written on paper, but what is actually practiced and what exists in the hearts and minds of men. Equality, elusive. Humanity, elusive. The question is why? No one really knows the answer to that question, because the answer to that question really stirs up so many emotions. Emotions that we cannot contain, emotions that we often cannot control and don't know what to do with. How do you express to another human being that you are worthy of life, that you are worthy of existence, when the mere color of your skin, for some reason, poses a threat to their existence? Doesn't make any sense, does it? This is why we celebrate Juneteenth. We celebrate Juneteenth because we are reminded of the struggles of our ancestors. We are reminded of all that they suffered. We are reminded that for over 200 years, our ancestors thought about, they envisioned, they hoped for the day of Jubilee, that elusive day of Jubilee that no one knew when was going to happen, or if at all it was going to happen. Yet 2.5 years after receiving said Jubilee, our ancestors had no idea. Imagine what that was like. Whether you're black, whether you're white, doesn't matter the color of your skin, you're a human being, right? You should be able to understand the context, and you should be able to understand everything that someone would feel having that as your experience. So in honor of our ancestors, we dance, we sing, we celebrate, we give thanks, we appreciate, we love, we honor, we cherish Juneteenth with the colors red, green, and black. Red for the blood that was shed, the continuous lynchings, the continuous beating that continued as the former slaves tried to express their humanity, tried to live their hope, tried to follow exactly the words that were written in General Order Number 3. These slaves are given absolute equality. Absolute equality. I say again, absolute equality. Almost 200 years later, still fighting for it. As a people, we continue to rise. We continue to live their dreams, the hopes of the slaves that came before us. We continue to break down barriers and break down walls. First president, first female vice president. Happy Juneteenth, America. So, we celebrate. So we often celebrate giving each other gifts, right? So for this celebration, it's not going to be any different. Now that it is officially, thanks to President Joe Biden, now that it is officially a federal holiday, let's keep the momentum going. So I decided to create some jewelry, some bracelets using the color red, black, and green. And these bracelets are a symbol that we are no longer in shackles, but we are free. So, let's make some freedom bracelets, y'all. Now, this video is not an in-depth tutorial. If you would like to see that, then please let me know in the comments below. But I really am just showing you a run through of what I would do to create these bracelets. So I'm going to start with some memory wire and some beads and some spacer beads, and usually when I create my bracelets I have some type of flow that I go with. I don't just haphazardly put the beads on. So I'll alternate colors, or I'll alternate a series of beads, so on and so forth. So you're just going to watch me do that for the next few minutes. I'm all done with this set of bracelets. I decided to go ahead and make another set of bracelets. So these are just regular beaded bracelets, and I'm going to come in and make some domed charms to put on some wire bracelets. So at first I wanted to use my Cricut to create the insert for my domes. However, I ran out of ink, and so I could not print the design. So I decided to freehand something myself, and I basically just made a 1-inch round circle and tried to write something really celebratory in there. So I think for one I wrote Happy Freedom Day, and the other one I believe I wrote Celebrate Good Times Come On, and I also wrote Let's Celebrate. So you're just gonna watch me create that. Thank you, Shawni, for inviting me to be a part of this closed collaboration to celebrate Juneteenth. I hope that everyone will go and check out the playlist, as well as Shawni on the Spot and the other 9 folks who are in this collaboration. I'm sure you're going to get lots of inspiration, lots of information on this holiday, and also just to have some fun and celebrate with us. But when you're creating jewelry, there always needs to be some type of learning curve. So I appreciate you for watching until the very end of the video. So these gift bracelets are all done. My Freedom bracelets, I love them. And now I'm just going to package them up to present them as gifts. What do you think, guys? So I thank you guys so much for watching this video, for listening to my thoughts on Juneteenth. And I pray that you guys are happy, that you're safe, you're healthy, and you're blessed, and that you will take a moment to learn a little bit more about this holiday especially now that it is a federally observed holiday. So as you reflect, and you're going to be off on this holiday next time around and for the future, just think about those slaves who had to endure everything that they had to endure. Slaves celebrated Juneteenth the very next year in 1866, and their celebration was seen as an act of defiance. So let's keep it going. Let's continue to celebrate. Guys, that tomorrow I will be back at 10 a.m. for the summer decor-a-thon. So please make sure that you join me in the premiere of that video as well as join me live Sunday night for Girl Chit Chat with Shoshana. Thank you guys for hanging out and celebrating Juneteenth with me today. Please go and check out the links in the description box for the playlist, for Shawni on the Spot, and the other participants in this awesome collab.